I'm Sarah Fergani with KENS 5 News Now on this Thursday, November 17th. Police have shut down the South Frio exit off of I-35 for several hours overnight because of a deadly crash. Bear County sheriffs say a driver tried to run from deputies when that person lost control and rolled off the roadway. One person was killed. The 19-year-old driver was taken to the hospital, and sheriff's office is now investigating. Republicans taking a victory lap today on Capitol Hill. The GOP now gains control of the House, but it's not exactly a unified party. Republicans will have to figure out what to do next after an underwhelming midterms. They're keeping both leaders, Kevin McCarthy and Mitch McConnell, are firmly in control again. Current House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is expected to address her future plans today. Some House Democrats already urging her to run again for leadership at the end of the month. But now any division in the parties is clear.
Not in any way offended by having an opponent or having a few votes in opposition.
Right now, Democrats have control of the Senate. Did you feel anything shake yesterday? Some people in San Antonio reportedly felt the impact of an earthquake in West Texas. It was a 5.3 magnitude quake just west of Odessa. That impact even caused an evacuation at San Antonio College. The college community reacting to what they felt.
I was in a Zoom meeting which had started at 3:30. I'd only been in the meeting for about 2 or 3 minutes when my seat shook back and forth.
On other parts of the campus, people say they saw furniture moving. Today will be a historic day for baseball in San Antonio. The Mission's new owners will be officially introduced, and there's reason to think a downtown stadium could be in the team's future. Today, the Mission's new ownership group will hold a news conference at the team's current home, Nelson Wolff Stadium. For the first time since the 1980s, the Missions will operate under a local ownership group. So who exactly are these new owners? Here's a look. Some huge names on that list. The all-time strikeout leader, Nolan Ryan, also Roger Clemens and Craig Biggio, and two Spurs legends, David Robinson and Manu Ginobili. But the most important name might be Downtown Development Group West and Urban. They have their fingerprints all over downtown infrastructure. Fire crews are now battling what seems to be a large fire at Second Nature Compost. This is on Nelson Road near Old Pearsall Road. It doesn't look like the fire is spreading, but you can check for the latest on KENS5.com. Also, new information on a house fire east of downtown that may have been started intentionally. Chopper 5 was over the scene on South Givers off of Aransas last night on the city's east side. Crews found a woman in the back of the burning home, lying on the grass in a fetal position. She was taken into custody for questioning. Another update, the Von Ormy officer pinned between two cars outside Cowboys Dance Hall on Monday is expected to go back to work tomorrow. Investigators say Officer Abel Cepeda was off duty working security and was escorting a woman out of the dance hall. The man she was with got into the truck and hit the officer, pinning him between two vehicles. The Von Ormy chief said the tight-knit department rallied around Cepeda.
That's why I always tell the officers, you just never know when you might get into a situation that looks at the surface like nothing, but then it turns deadly, potentially deadly, in a split second.
The man who hit the officer was arrested and is not eligible for bond. A Texas veteran who entered the Senate chamber during the January 6th riot has been found guilty. This is video from that day provided by The New Yorker. In it, you can see 55-year-old Larry Brock in military gear. On Wednesday, a federal judge in Washington, D.C. found Brock guilty of several charges, including obstructing an official proceeding. He now faces a maximum sentence of 20 years, but he's likely to get less time. A consumer alert, H-E-B recalling some of its ground beef products. H-E-B supplier Tyson Foods is flagging Hill Country Fare and H-E-B ground beef products. Nearly 94,000 pounds of ground beef may be contaminated with what they're calling foreign matter or mirror-like material. The affected products have a freeze-by date of November 25th and have been removed from H-E-B stores. For your forecast, here's meteorologist Bob Morales.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Outside this morning, lots of cloud cover, maybe a sprinkle, just nothing much more than that. Otherwise, I think we'll see a little sunshine. If you're watching from the south and east, well, cloudy all day, I think. And this evening, mostly cloudy, and it's going to be cool. High today, 58. This evening, temperatures in the 50s.
That's Kent's 5 News Now. Thanks for joining us online and subscribing to our YouTube channel. And also remember, if you're in front of that TV, grab the remote and join us on Kent's 5 Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 7 a.m. I'm Sarah Forgani. I'll see you tomorrow.